Hi, I'm John Arnold, and I want to welcome you to this video by the 7 Minutes Inc. And over the next 7 minutes, what I want to do is I want to take some time to share with you some really concrete tips on how to use a daily planner to be able to shape the next 90 days so that you get the absolute most meaning and productivity out of those 90 days. And I want to begin with by looking at something I was looking at right before I started filming, and that is a blueprint. And this particular blueprint happens to be one of the building that I'm sitting in. In fact, I'm in an office just above this space. And I was looking at this blueprint and thinking about the incredible process it takes for a building like this to come into being. I happen to be sitting in a church right now. And, long ago, there was a committee, I'm sure, who said, we need more space. And this is what it needs to be able to do. And they started forming in their mind a mental image of what that space would look like and the form and function of it and how it would fit their needs. And then they sat down with an architect and they talked with that, and I'm sure the architect had ideas as well. They kind of batted those things about in a long thought process. And once that thought process was done, the architect would have sat down and he would have created this blueprint, which is now a written plan for realizing that mental image they had of what they would like to have as building. And then the architect would obviously take this plan and he would bring it to a contractor and some tradesmen, and they would consult it daily as they began to build this building. And it would keep them on track, if you will, so that when they got done, they had the building that they intended to create. And it probably kept them very efficient and effective at getting there because they weren't having to make a whole bunch of decisions along the way. They were just following the written plan that they had. So as I thought about this blueprint and this amazing building that I'm sitting in, I realized that at the beginning of every quarter, that's what I do. I sit down and I am a committee, an architect, a contractor. You are a committee, an architect, and a contractor of your life. And at the beginning of every quarter, I sit down and I create essentially a blueprint. And that's what a daily planner is. Or the daily planner, at least on a day-to-day basis, kind of gives you your marching orders. But if you're using a daily planner like the 7 Minute Life Daily Planner, at the front end of this, I take time and I create a mental model, if you will, an image of where I want my life to be in 90 days. And I'd really like to challenge you right now to think about where you want to be 90 days from now. I mean, what would you hope your life would look like, both in your business, at home, your personal health? What kind of energy level will you have 90 days from now? What will your relationships be like? What are you going to achieve in terms of productivity and goals in your business, at your workplace? Start picturing what that could be. And I encourage you to dream big. I'm glad people didn't cut corners when trying to create this facility. Dream big, and then once you have taken some time, and you really take some time at that. In fact, we encourage teams to get away from their business and take a whole planning day to create that image. When you've taken the time to do that, you have a good, clear image in your mind, I want you to write that down and in words create your blueprint for what you're going to construct over the next 90 days. And then once you have that blueprint, I want to encourage you to consult it, particularly early on in that 90 days, every single day. Because I'll tell you one of the mistakes I made the first time I started using a planner that pushed me to create a blueprint. And that was, I made my blueprint, but then I took this blueprint and I laid it over here, I set it on the shelf, and every once in a while I would give it a glance. But more often than not, what would happen is I'd get to the end of that quarter and I realized, oh my goodness, I frittered away so much time and energy on other things. I really haven't put myself into moving toward the picture that I had created because I failed to consult my blueprint every single day. Now, what I do is I consult it twice a day. I consult it in the morning and say, okay, what do I have to work on today? Where am I headed? And at the end of the day, one of the questions that you'll find on daily progress pages in the 7-Minute Life Daily Planner is a question that is, did I do what I said I would do today? Did I do what I said I would do? And by doing that every single day, became very effective and very efficient in moving toward creating a reality out of the mental image that I had at the beginning of the 90 days when I stepped through the first pages of this. In the front end of a 7-Minute Life Daily Planner, you create your purpose and your vision and your goals, your values and your goals, and then you translate that on daily progress pages into the life that you want. So I encourage you to go to 7minutelife.com if you're not using a planner that helps you create that picture and helps you execute it every day. You go to 7minutelife.com, you owe it to yourself to go into our member tools area, and every single page of this planner is downloadable there. If you want the convenience of having it all in one place, and I really encourage that you do that, you get it all in one place, then I would say order a 7-Minute Life Daily Planner. It's all of about a $15 purchase, and it'll make all the difference in the next 90 days of your life. So go to 7minutelife.com, check those tools out. I really enjoyed sharing with you in today's video, and I look forward to seeing you in another video soon. Have a great day, and here's to having great meaning and productivity in your daily life.